Hi, I just wanted to give you a quick idea of how I've installed these Panasonic IP cameras here in my computer room. This is my home office that you've seen me in, and I gave you a tour of this last year if you'd like to know more. But here's what the cameras look like. Basically, this is your BLC-10A camera here, and again, this is the controllable camera here. The way I've mounted it is it comes with a standard tripod mount on the back, so I've used this special camera mount, and I don't remember where I got this to mount a camera with the tripod connector there. And then of course this is the wired version again, so you got the power cord and the LAN cord coming out the back, but you can secure those to the window and it doesn't look that bad, or you can use the wireless version. Then here's your BLC-1A. It comes with a connector itself, a mounting connector on the back, and you can still move it around. You can tilt it up and down and whatever direction you need, which is also handy. I'm telling you, Panasonic was really thinking when they made these things. This is not the controllable version. Again, this is just the BLC-1A. And real quick, give you an idea of what the multicam looks like, since I couldn't show it to you. Basically, you can turn your computer here, your spare computer, into a webcam monitoring system. And what I've done here is this is just Internet Explorer, but it's running full screen with the F11 button, and it's using the multi-display from the Panasonic software. So I'm looking at the camera I just showed you, the BLC-1A, which looks at the sky, the controllable cam looking at the ground. This is Mom's house, this is Storm Chaser Ron's house. And of course, the controllable cam is controllable through this interface as well. So if I click here, it's going to actually move the camera over. And you can also do the digital zoom, which is not great, but it's sometimes handy on any of these cameras. If I want to zoom in, I can do that. So it's really a neat interface that you can use for basically your own webcam monitoring software. Just remember, when you set this up in the webcam interface, that you want to use your local IP addresses for your cameras, because otherwise it's going to slow them down. So now you know how the multi works and how the camera is set up at my house. I want to continue taking a look at the interface for the camera here. Again, this is all just a web page, and it's living inside of this camera, so that's where all the configuration occurs. Now, since I'm logged in as the administrator, you can set up two types of logins. You can set up the general login, which means that people will be able to view your camera live on the internet. And you can set up an administrator login. When you get into the administrator, then you get into the setup, the core setup of the camera, which allows you to change the options and that sort of thing. Of course, you can do your standard static or DHCP. This is all very easy too. I'll list some steps below of how to set up this camera, but if you get one of these things out of the box, it's literally as easy as pop it in the CD, waiting for the launching the setup program, which launches basically a sniffer on your network, which goes out and finds the camera. And then if you go to that address in your web browser, you click on that link, you should be seeing what I'm seeing here. So it's that easy. I'll skip some of the more esoteric stuff here. In the camera setup, it allows you to change between you'll change your white balance, your power source frequency, which adjusts your color, and then it gives you a pan and tilt range where you, for example, if you look at my camera, the way I've installed it in the window, you can actually zoom so far that all you see is a reflection in the window, so there's no point in that. It's a 180-degree zoom, but sometimes you want to limit it, so you can limit it through that. Image display, of course, this is going to talk a little bit more about your resolution, and again, you can switch your image quality that I was talking about. The multi-camera that we looked at, you can change that to a different bandwidth if you want to there. Refresh interval. Banner display lets you put a little banner underneath it if people are coming in from the internet. Multi-camera allows you to set up those multi-cameras. Buffer transfer, this is where you set up your FTP. If you want to move static images to your website, you just click on the trigger, enable the trigger, and as you go through these screens, it lets you set up your information for your FTP site. And real quick, of course, there's the indicator control too, so you don't annoy your neighbors with the light that is on the front of the camera. You can turn that off or have it have several different options there. So again, I can't say enough about these cameras, folks. They are great, they are cheap, they are easy to use. If you've ever wanted to have a webcam at your house, you can do it now. It's as simple as that. If you got the money, you can do a controllable cam like I've done here. If you don't, just do the static cam. I installed one of these down at my mom's house. In fact, I can bring that one up. I installed one of these down at my mom's house. I sent her the BLC 10, I believe, which is this one, but it has a little wireless antenna on top of it because I didn't want to have her run a cable. So this is the camera at her house, and it's a little overexposed right now because of the darkness and the lightness underneath the house, but that's not something that you wouldn't find in any other webcam. So I sent one of those to her to set up. She's really enjoying it. Also, Storm Chaser Ron down in Johnstown, Pennsylvania. I sent him one of these wired versions of the BLC1 here. He has that at his house too. You can see he's got a lot more snow than I do today. But this is just really fun to observe the weather, especially in winter with the snow. It's going to be fun, and I am just thrilled with these Panasonic cameras. I totally recommend them. If you're looking to get a Christmas present, tell people to grab one of these for you. You can get them on Amazon.com. You can get them refurbished on eBay. They're not that expensive. It's just good stuff. If you have any questions about these, how to set them up, how to use them, please don't hesitate to contact me because I have set up several of these guys, and I just love them. For AccuWeather.com, I am Meteorologist Community Director Jesse Farrell, bringing you a gadget vlog for November 23rd, 2008.